Hi, this is Mia. Going to the slow on just oh crap. Just space. I gotta do this right now. Okay, so I was gonna make my water. I thought I already made my water. YouTube. I gotta do yesterday's video. Make sure that I'm in. I accidentally posted two of my personal videos in my professional page, which is towerofhealth1@gmail.com. Oops. And I already deleted it off the device, so I didn't know if I should just. Where is it? Oh shoot, there's two videos from. That's from yesterday. This has got a lot. So I'm gonna make this short, and I will come back, and I won't make it. What I meant to say, I'll just say the date real fast. 4/9 from yesterday. I meant to say that I was going to write a list of columns. And I wanted to do one for housing and one for commercial. And do 5 each that I really would call and say I will visit you on Sunday or after the holiday, depending on what type of people they are. And so that's where I am right now. I don't have enough memory in the device to do that right now, but I did write down. It's my messy writing. I need better pen and paper. This pen was from Ben Franklin, so it's one of the last things, potentially. Let's see what happened. It is now about 4:15. I didn't sync my watch. 4:16. Battery's dying on the computer. I still do not have any money. Who's this? Apparently I signed up for some petition thing. Now I'm getting email. I don't remember getting emails before today about please sign this one. I'll sign this one. I'll sign this one. So I heard nothing about the loan from the government from unemployment. I accidentally applied for unemployment twice. I did miss an Oregon phone call the other day, and I'm very concerned that it was an unemployment agency calling me, and it was no message. And I was in another webinar, and I was like, oh shoot, do I turn this off? And it wasn't necessary for me to be in the webinar, but it was trying to help with telehealth. So when I don't get money and the government shuts stuff down or they give you the runaround, it's like part of that motivates me to work more. Um, 6. There's stuff about meetings going on. So I'll do that list. I'll delete off the other video. It looks like there's one from the 8th that's still on here. I don't know if it's done yet, but this is the reason I wanted to say I had the 4 parts from the story that I was making up, and I had the 5 times 2 for looking at places. There was a couple of places down the street, but it was in a different town, but it's right down the street. So that whole praying and manifesting, and it's just like, oh, another thing that we were talking about, the dumpster, the plasma center. So contacting people about medical equipment. When I was at the clinic working at the naturopathic school. One of my coworkers had worked at OHSU, the big hospital and teaching facility up on the hill, and she said that they would get old microscopes and old things, and they would offer them to the people there, their people, and if they didn't want it, they had like a warehouse full of old supplies that they'd sell people. And I was a doctor. I was trying to get a microscope so bad. It didn't ever happen. No one ever even responded to my emails, and so I was like, she's like, oh, they have this program where they have outdated stuff or stuff they upgraded, and they make a lot of money, so they can get the top of the line stuff. One thing I want to say before I push stop: the big people get a lot of money. This hospital was supposed to get $1.8 million. Government bailout, like millions of dollars. One facility is getting millions of dollars. I don't mind. They're gonna pay for the building, and the people who work there are laid off. You know, they're gonna pay people who have families and stuff. You know, wouldn't it be nice to work for those places? But it's like the little person's asking for 100, 1,000, or even $10,000 revenue to keep the business going, and to be able to get up to par with 2020, with this freaking year. Heck, I could be up to par in 1860s. Like, if you give me a facility and a table and a desk and a chair and a exam table for my patient, you know, and you bump me up a fax, printer, copier, fax, / and a computer that works. You bump me up to the century. But it's like bailing out, not getting the money, not getting the funds. Every little bit helps keep the place alive. You have to pay rent, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to pay your malpractice insurance. Even just the cost of the license, if all you had was a license, is overwhelming. It's more than $1,000 a year because I have more than one license. It's ridiculous. This year is going to probably 2019, 20 is already, is those 2 years is probably going to be $2,000 to $3,000 in licensing fees alone. My boyfriend's home. Bye.